Taurus, what is going on? Taurus, this is Chris Anthony coming at you live and direct once again with another general reading. This is going to be for December 15th through December 30th. I would like to welcome you all to the end of 2018. It's been one hell of a ride, one hell of a journey, but we finally made it to the end, and I like it. So Taurus, this is going to be your general reading. If it does resonate with you, then do me a favor, like, share, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And comment also, just to let me know that it resonated with you in some type of way, or it helped in some type of way. If it does not resonate with you, then you can catch me on my next video for the sign of Taurus, or you can go back to one of my previous readings, because energy is fluid and an old reading may match you better than a new reading. It depends. All right, so Taurus, starting off, this is going to be your present energy right here, like we always do it. And then over here, we're going to have your futuristic energy going into the end of December and the beginning of January 2019. But let's start at the beginning. So, crowning your reading, Taurus, we have the Five of Wands. And by the way, Taurus, I just want to let you know this reading is going to be clarified by the Gustav Klimt deck. I believe that's how you pronounce it. That's how I've been saying it on all of my readings. If I'm saying it wrong, somebody may correct me if you guys want to. But I like how these cards look. They're very artistic, very Victorian, Renaissance era looking. So I'm going to use it to clarify. But you guys have the Five of Wands at the crowning of your reading. So this could represent some type of dispute, some type of argument, some type of petty back and forth things going on with some other people. Or on the flip side of it, it could be representing some type of internal conflict that's going on within you. Now, you haven't really been able to see all of your other cards yet, but all of your other cards are great cards. So this small card right here being at the crowning of your reading could be because you have so much great things coming your way, so much great energy coming into your life, Taurus, that maybe you could be doing some internal conflict about it. You could be afraid a little bit. You could, have a little bit of self-sabotage going on. And that's what I'm thinking, only because this was clarified by the Sun card. And the Sun card, we all know, represents that great energy, those great vibes coming your direction, the universe sending you another level of awareness, of prosperity, of a new perspective, a better vision that you have for the future. And maybe you yourself could be fighting against these changes that are coming in, these great energies that are coming in, maybe because the cycle that you were in previous to this one was probably not so good. You could have been going through a dark night of the soul. You could have been going through some struggles, some challenges. The last cycle that you were in could have been a karmic cycle where you had to wrap up some karmic debts. You had to learn some karmic lessons. You had to deal with some karmic people. And so moving forward into all this good energy, let's take a look at it. You have the Sun card. You have the Ten of Cups. You have the Wheel of Fortune. You have the Star card over here. You have the Ten of Pentacles. You have the Star card up here, clarifying the Five of Wands. So this could represent just that internal conflict that happens when we're on the precipice of some greatness. When we know that some great energy is coming in, it's kind of like an inner voice inside of us that likes to nag a little bit, that likes to say to us that we don't deserve it, or it's not going to happen, or you're not going to have anything great happen to you in your life. Like, you're always going to be in this position. You're always going to be, the voice that I'm talking about, the broken record. That's not really you at all. But it's, the collection of voices in your head from other doubters, haters, and naysayers. Gary Vaynerchuk, he talks about that. He talks about us having two different voices. And it's crazy because this is the third time I brought this up in my readings recently, because maybe this could be something that all of us are dealing with during this time. But Gary Vaynerchuk talks about two voices. And Gary Vaynerchuk, if you don't know who he is, he's kind of like an online influencer. He's a businessman who has made a lot of money just being self-made. And so he kind of motivates other people to go after their dreams, go after building, their life in the way that they want it to be and not settling for less in life. So what he talks about is how we have two voices, and one voice is your true authentic voice, and the other voice is a collection of haters and doubters and people that don't believe in you, that you kind of have recorded throughout your life, throughout history, and throughout all of your experiences, and how that voice a lot of times speaks out in our head and comes against us when we're on the verge of doing something great. And I believe that's what's happening with you, Taurus. I really don't feel like these are other people that are talking about you, but for some of you guys it could be, because this is a general reading. But I kind of feel that it's an internal conflict, a conflict that could be going on with you during this time, because there's so many great things that is about to start coming your way that maybe has already started coming your way, and you're almost to the point of unbelief, in a sense, where you're like, wow, like is this really happening to me? Is the sun really shining on me? Am I really the one that's about to be in the spotlight? Are the stars aligning for me, little old me? So you could be dealing with that internal conflict of being in a place where you can accept the greatness that is coming your way, because that sun card is definitely saying that the sunlight is shining on you, and I like how in this card it's kind of like two people embracing each other. And to me, going along with the other sun card, which is this one, which you have also, I think this could represent you embracing your inner child, you embracing that part of you that is kind of like trying to talk down to you, or trying to, get you to doubt yourself, because that part of ourselves is also part of us too. Even if it could be a collection of other people doubting us throughout our lives, it's still our own voice and another side of us that kind of speaks to us in a way where it doubts us, and it is scared of change, is scared of greatness, is scared of becoming uncomfortable or expansion, or ascending. Is afraid of that because it wants everything to kind of stay the same. And I like how in this card, this sun card, is kind of like an embracing of that, embracing of your whole self, like the good and the bad, the good and the evil, the light and the dark, the high and the low. And I believe that's what you're going to be able to start doing, understanding that voice that kind of pops in your head that tells you that you are not great and you don't deserve to be great. It's kind of like a little faint whisper that happens, that we fight against when we're trying to step into that next level, when we're trying to upgrade and evolve as human beings, evolve as spiritual beings. It's like that voice that tries to stop us from doing that for some reason. And so you could be dealing with a little bit of that coming into the month of December, Taurus. But for the rest of your reading, you have great cards. Right below that, you have the sun in the middle of your energy, in the middle of how you're feeling right now. You're feeling like a kid eating cotton candy on the 4th of July. You feel me? If you look at that card, it's kind of like you have that carefree, worry-free energy that's happening. And so if in your mind, you're fighting against some internal conflict that's trying to fight against you being carefree and worry-free, I think you should pretty much silence that voice as soon as possible, or let it go ahead and have its rant, get it out, and then embrace it and say, okay, all right, I understand you're afraid. I understand there's some great things that's happening. There's some expansion that's happening, and maybe you're not used to it. I understand, but you know what? We're going to embrace this new life that we're about to live, And that's kind of what I see you doing, because it's not going to be too much of a problem. It's a small, faint voice, like I said, but you're about to be living your best life, Taurus. Coming into 2019, you have that sun energy, clarifying it. You have the 6 of Wands, which represents victory. So you're going to be victorious over this internal conflict that maybe you could be dealing with. Maybe that voice could have been, in your head for a while, for a couple of years. And I believe it's getting smaller and smaller, and you're starting to understand it more. you're starting to love that part of you, so that voice doesn't seem as negative now. It could just be cautionary now, but either way it goes, you're overcoming it. You're transforming into a place that you're moving forward with grace, with dignity, with carefree, with a playfulness, with inner abundance, and victoriously into 2019 and wrapping up 2018. You overcame everything that life had to throw at you. And because of that, the sun is shining down on you. Also, those things that you thought were not about to be growing in your life is about to start growing and sprouting up. The seeds that you planted that you thought you forgot about. You didn't even think that they were there anymore. You're like, okay, that's never going to grow. Hey, right now you got the sun about to shine on all of that, all of your dreams, all of your hopes, and you're going to start to see a new level of perspective, of awareness moving forward, because when the sun is shining, you can see a lot more than when you're maybe in the moonlight or in that dark night of the soul. But you are victorious over it, and I like that feeling. Like, I like you overcoming whatever that you had to face, whatever you're coming out of it, whether it has to do with people that are external to you or whether it has to do with your own internal struggle. You're going to overcome that and you're going to be victorious. I like that. Right below that, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this has popped up for you in the last couple of readings that I did for you, Taurus, in November. And I believe even in your last December reading, I can't really remember, but the Wheel of Fortune has been here, just letting you know that shift is occurring. That turning of the tables, that turning of the guards, shifting of the guards is happening. And you're coming out on top. Like, you were on the bottom before, and now it's shifting, and now you have to be on top. It's just the way that the universe works. Seasons change, it's a time and a season for everything. Some seasons you're low and you're not having it, and you're broke and you're disgusted, and you're going through all the troubles and trials, and you're dealing with all the challenges, tests, and lessons. And then in another season, you could be the one that is balling out of control, the one that is shining, the one that has the bling bling, the one that, is just, expressing yourself in a way that feels light and worry-free and carefree. And that's what's happening for you, because all these other cards surrounding this Wheel of Fortune have to do with sunshine, with lightness, with abundance, with the harmonious lifestyle, with everything that you dream of coming your way, because you could have definitely been leaving a season where you didn't have it. Let's just be real. Keeping it moving, right up here we have the Ten of Pentacles right next to the Sun card. And that's why you're feeling like you're so carefree, because the sorry about that. I said Ten of Pentacles. You do have that, but that's in the future. Right now, we're focused on this Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is representing that emotional fulfillment, that emotional completion that you feel outside and inside of yourself. This is having that happy home, that happy family, the happy career, the things you're doing with your life. They fulfill you emotionally. They sustain you. They give you a sense of success, and if it's all not happening right now, this is where you're moving to. You're moving in a direction where you're going to be fulfilled emotionally. You're going to feel complete emotionally. It's kind of like Tom Cruise in that, what was the movie that he played in? I forgot. Where he was an agent, and he was talking about how his woman completed him. And he was saying, you complete me. You're going to feel complete. Taurus, you're coming into a season where you complete yourself, even if it doesn't have to do with anything externally. I believe that you're going to feel complete. You're going to feel content, and it's going to attract those external things into your life, because you're going to feel complete within yourself. That self-love that you've been practicing, that self-development that you've been working on throughout this whole year of 2018, that focus, that level of self-discipline that you have had, is going to bring and attract those Ten of Cups energies into your life. Where you have that abundance, when you have everything that fulfills you emotionally, you know? Let's go. Like, I'm loving it, Taurus. Moving right along. We had the Hermit card over here on the left side of the Sun card, and then it was clarified by the Four of Pentacles. So the Hermit card just represents you using that wisdom that you have learned over this last period, this last cycle that you were in, where you had to, like I said, maybe go through hell. You can now use that wisdom that you've learned about yourself, because a lot of times when we're going through hell externally, it's teaching us so much about ourselves internally, because we're jumping through all these hoops. We're dodging all of these bullets, you know, like we're dodging all these different things being thrown at us. We're learning how to deal with all the different challenges in life. So it teaches us a lot about ourselves. We go inside to find the knowledge. We go inside to understand how to solve these problems that can't be solved by just our logical thoughts, by just the things that we've been taught and we've learned in school and learned from our parents and learned from our peers. We have to go and get that knowledge that we know already and we were born with, but we just don't know yet. But now you know. If you're following me, Taurus, like now you know what's going on, and now you're moving forward with that lantern in your hand. It's lighting your way. You understand? And it being clarified by the Four of Pentacles, you know, it could just mean that you're kind of at a place, you know, still where you're holding back a little bit from just giving out your energy so much, or from connecting so much. And like I said, I think that's just coming from that last cycle that you were in. Maybe this last cycle you had to hold back because you went into hermit mode to learn all of these lessons. But now moving forward, you're going to be open. Like, this is right next to the Sun card where you're open, you're carefree. And you see this child looking at this person right here who represents the Four of Pentacles, the person that's been holding back, the person that, you know, has been kind of like, you know, scared to let go. And the child is kind of like trying to show her like, look, this is how you do it. This is how you let go. This is how you let the universe catch you. This is how you live abundantly. Because a lot of times when we hold on too tight, nothing else can come in or go out. So we miss our abundance. But you're coming to a place now where you're letting go. And you're looking at the side or the aspect of yourself that holds on tightly and doesn't, you know, operate in that carefreeness. And you're like, look, you can do this. And that's what I was talking about this small voice in the back of your head that kind of wants to cause inner turmoil, inner conflict. That's what that Four of Pentacles is representing. But you learned something about yourself when it comes down to that voice, that side of yourself that kind of holds back and kind of closes off. You learned something new. And what you have learned, you know, is what you're going to be able to use to actually open up and be more carefree, because you have victory over that side of yourself that closes down, that kind of makes you pull back, that makes you hold back. You're getting victory over it in the end of December, you know, because you have been through these lessons that only the hermit can teach you. Only that hermit mode can teach you. And you went away for a little bit to kind of go inside and deal with all these different challenges. But guess what? Now you're coming back out and you're looking better than ever. You had the transformation. You're coming out of the cocoon. You know, you're no longer a caterpillar. Now you're a butterfly and you're about to take off. So let's go, Taurus. Let's keep it moving. I'm loving the energy. Right next to this, in your future positions, you have the King of Wands. You have the Ten of Pentacles. You have the Star card. And you have the Page of Wands. So, King of Wands, I believe this could be an energy that you're taking on. Like I said, you're coming out of that cocoon and you're bursting out like you're ready to move forward. You're ready to move forward with your passions, you know, with that passionate, that fiery, that fierce energy. Because maybe you could have been in a place where you were stagnant a little bit before. But now with all these light energies coming through, this Sun card, this Star card, all of that's coming through and being showered upon you by the universe, you're like, okay, let's go. Let's move. Like, I'm ready. Because the King of Wands is passionate. Like, he rules from a place of passion, you know, and his power, it lives within his ability to be passionate about his pursuits. So I believe you're about to start pursuing your passions in this new phase of life, this new cycle. With everything that you've learned about yourself, everything that you have been through and experienced, you learned that I believe that the thing that's most important is what gives you bliss, what you're passionate about. And I think you're about to start chasing those passions in this new life, this new cycle that you're living. Right under that, you have the Ten of Pentacles. So that's what you envision for yourself. You envision just that happiness that I was talking about, and also stability. We all know Taurus. Like, Taurus is an earth sign, and you guys like stability. You like to have the consistency of your life, everything running, well, everything well oiled, all the cylinders firing off. And that's what this represents. You're walking into that abundant lifestyle, only because you're ready to kind of start opening up. You're ready to start taking leaps. You're ready to passionately go after what you want to pursue, your endeavors. And that is going to lead to some material wealth, some finances coming into you. Another 10, another completion. So you have another completion of the level of finances that you've been on. So that opens you up to a whole nother level of bringing in finances. You're going to start to find different ways to bring in money now. You're probably going to start tapping into different streams of income you probably already have, or you have ideas for it. And now you're going to have the passion to go after it and build it and bring in those multiple streams of income. Come on, Taurus, you know what's up. Right after that, the Star card. So the Star card comes right after the Tower card in the tarot. And the Star card represents the blessings that the universe showers upon you, because now you're ready to receive it. Now you have learned the lessons that, you can wield those things, those blessings that come your way. You can use them to your advantage. You can use them maturely and in a way where they're meant to be used properly. Also, you're going to be shining. So I believe that's what's happening right now. After completing this phase that you were in, you're now going to start tapping into all those gifts that you have, all those gifts that you learned about yourself when you were in that hermit mode. When you were kind of like locked away to yourself, you saw like, okay, hey, I can do this. I can do this too. Wow. It gave you that time to focus in on all the different hidden talents that you had. And for you guys, I believe that you're going to start tapping into a lot of hidden talents that is going to bring you some abundance. And you're also going to find out that you're passionate about it. This also represents a new beginning again, an ending of one cycle and a new beginning of another one. And then the time you take in between those two cycles, to see how you're going to move forward. Also, how you're going to be giving, and sharing your gifts with others, because these gifts that you have, I believe they're going to be affecting the people around you also. I like how the Star card is pouring, that water out, like your ability to tap into your inner well, and that inner well is so abundant that it overflows, and you can kind of like give into the people that are around you. I believe that's what's happening with you, Taurus. Like, I feel it, and it's a great feeling. And I believe that's where you always wanted to be, where you had so much that you can share with the people around you. And you probably hated being in a position where you couldn't share with the people that were around you, because I think a lot of you guys care for your family. Like, you are connected with your family, and you want to be the one in your immediate family, or if you have a family of your own, to kind of like give some type of support system to your family. Or this could just be you wanting to give to yourself in ways that you haven't been able to do yet, So Taurus, I like it. Right under that, we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands represents a passionate new start, a new beginning when it comes down to some type of project. So some of you guys could be leading or headed towards the beginning of a new business, a new project, a passion-filled undertaking is what this represents. If it's not that, then this could be maybe a fire sign that's coming your way. You also have the King of Wands up top, so maybe it could be a new beginning in a relationship with a fire sign for some of you guys. But For others, I just feel that it's just a new something new that you are ready to start, and I think you could be kicking it off maybe right at the end of December or the very beginning of 2019. You're planning to kick off this fiery, passionate project that you want to do on the side, or will bring you some abundance, and you've been wanting to do it for a while, and now you're like, okay, now is the right time. Let's get the ball rolling, and the universe is kind of like confirming that with you, with all this great energy that you have and that you're being backed up with, like this Sun card, this Ten of Cups, this victorious Six of Wands that you have, this Wheel of Fortune, things shifting in your favor, this Star card, you shining, you being the one that is out in the open, the spotlight is on you, this Ten of Pentacles, so it's all happening for you, Taurus, and I know you're going to take it and run with it. I know that you also deserve it, because the Tauruses that I know work hard, and they are very self-disciplined and driven. And so because of that, I believe moving forward, you're going to start to tap more into your passions and move quickly into your desires of what you picture for yourself, that vision you have for your life. Congratulations, Taurus. Congratulations on completing this year of 2018. I will see you guys in 2019. I'm going to go ahead and end that reading right there. Like I always say, if you like this and it resonated with you, then you can like, share, subscribe, comment on the video just to let me know that, it touched you in some type of way. I also want to let you guys know I do have the personal readings opened up to everyone now. If you would like to get a more personal experience with me, or just get more clarity with your personal situation, then email me. That'll be in the description of this video, and I'll get back to you and set that up with you. All right. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. And I'll see you guys later, Taurus.